Police keep a close eye on Sharpeville. And Kaya Sands residents threaten to escalate their protest if their demands are not met by Friday. I'm Richard Brooks. Police say they will be keeping a close eye on Sharpeville. This follows 2 days of mass protests. Last night, shots were fired in Gauteng. Police say one person was wounded. At least 14 others were arrested. Residents are up in arms because the main Human Rights Day celebrations will not be held there, but in Kliptown, Soweto instead. Justice Department spokesperson Klani explains.
There were expectations from the communities of Sharpeville, and we recognize that. We are saying that there are concerns that they have, and we must, as government, draw lessons out of the consultation process that has taken place, and we should do better in the future so that we engage members of the communities so that they also contribute in a meaningful way.
At the same time, Gauteng's Premier Nomvula Mokunyane and Arts and Culture MEC Lebogang Maile have cancelled their attendance of a wreath-laying ceremony in Sharpeville in the Vaal. Pearl Magubane has the latest.
The Sharpeville community have continued with the protest action, barricading roads with bricks and burning tires, making it impossible for motorists to drive through. This despite the laying of the wreath ceremony led by the mayor of the Sidibeng municipality, Simon Mofokeng, at the Pelindaba cemetery in honor of those that lost their lives during the 1960 massacre. Police have been deployed in the area to try and control the angry residents.
Kaya Sands residents have threatened to escalate their protest if their demands are not met by Friday. The informal settlement residents in the north of Johannesburg are protesting against lack of housing. One of the protesters, Billy Madokwe.
Our grievances is from 2010. We marched from here to Malibongwe. We were 16,000. So since petition team, they didn't come to us. Here in car center here, no one is, we are suffering here in car center. No one is, they ignore us just because they say we are in Dambi. We are not in Dambi, we are not Dambi. We've got the right to stay here. We've got the right to stay here in the car center here. We want service delivery.
The International Labour Organization has described South Africa's labour legislation as very good, but says the problem lies in its application and monitoring. The organization's director for the Decent Work team in Southern and Eastern Africa, Vic van Vuren, addressed Parliament's Rural Development and Land Reform Committee. He was among stakeholders who attended a discussion on how to tackle the illegal eviction of farm workers in the farming industry. Mercedes Besant has more.
Various stakeholders came together to find immediate and long-term solutions into the human rights abuses and illegal eviction of farm workers, women and children in the farming community. Non-compliance with labor laws by some farmers came under the spotlight. The ILO's Vic van Vuren.
Our law is very good in many instances. It's the application of the law and the monitoring and evaluation systems that are lacking. And if you look at the Labour Inspection Unit through the Department of Labour to monitor many of the issues that are being discussed here, these services are inadequate.
He says a dispute resolution mechanism is needed to deal with some of the challenges faced by vulnerable workers. Mercedes Besant, SABC News, Parliament.